up though. Yo, you might mumble while rehearsing or under your breath cursing. I mumble when I see pants sagging with a person. You call it a bag for your iPad. I mumble some more. Humble smashing your drawers off concrete jungle floors. Y'all mumble with no teeth after we swing these rap bats. Might kill and Morning Star Operation Kill mumble rap. Red rum for the wax lack. Spitting mumble rap crap. Old school carry dad lock scalps in knapsacks. Mumblers murmur like mummers parade in blackface. Zombies high up codeine in a packed place. All mumbling in circles running. Tail chasing wannabe masons. All they do is confusing the generations. It's walking like Jason when we chase them. Through their dreams on Elm Street. Pop the hatch and deep space them. Morning Star, the soul of hell's heat. Got their boys chasing. Kill yourself ritual with the guns you waving. Y'all ain't Scarface and G-Rap. You thugs are flaming. After Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, no angel saving. Just fallen angels. Mumble rappers undertaking. Mumble rappers, we just undertaking.
Backing like a nagger. You're about to get smoked out. Like fiends boiling booger to get coke out. Nagger. I don't wanna hear you talk. My lyrics are right on cue like blue chalk. You say Black Lives Matter, meanwhile black music takes black lives faster than a white cop with a black gun getting hammered shooting naggers. And nobody figures why you deliberately make music that turns you to niggers and then turn right around and ask respect from honkies with triggers because you're naggers. I don't think you grasp this, man. If you're black, where is blackest tan on the map? Parlay on that. Replace your culture with the color from a crayon pack. Stay on that. White people are right. Black lives don't matter and Jesus is white. Cause white people made them up, so the thesis is right. Don't blame Donald Trump, he is damn prop. Hand in ass, controlling him. Lamb chops, cats in hand. Muslim standoff, play along. Take the order back, Jews in football, scream, get the quarterback. Eminem wanna be bully, but he not a quarterback, he just rap evil prayers till you're taking long naps like black people's hair. You just sing a lame nagger song and wear your pants so low you turn the gay naggers on a wake up. This is to the government, Yukon, the territories, natives have none of it. But fuck that shit, slavery hurts. Juju is a nigger cause slavery works. Young Ma is a nigger cause slavery's hers. Young Thug is a nigger, yup, slavery's first. Can't understand your slavery words. You can whip me in my ass, Melsa. Slavery words. I put the boob inside my mouth, Melsa. Slavery first. I be the whore inside the house, Melsa. Slavery first. I pray to Jesus on my knees, Melsa. Slavery words. Look at all the niggers slavery birthed. If I was an American nigger, I'd know I was cursed. I do not know where to begin, niggers are always the worst. Jesus is the devil in the Catholic Church. By the Son, God's chosen people don't get burnt. We get learned, God's chosen people don't get turned. We get learned, God's over evil don't get turned. We get learned that slave talk is a myth. Smart people talking say the whole word like this. Acting like a nagger, you're about to get smoked out. Like fiends boiling booger to get coke out. I don't wanna hear you talk.
It's justice out of love, our truth is a lie news. Mumble boys die choking on their Thanksgiving goose. Y'all kill Sean P and Guru like Kanai and Fubu. Woke up out the dream like who you, good thing I do voodoo. Toward the frauds of hip-hop curtain locked and dying in purple. Congested of lean with your tight pants team of Urkels. No herbals, your sentence hot box with GMO herbals. Lashes from a switch you never heard of. For whack verses. And your belly top outfits and gaylord dress codes. Make me squeeze your neck till your head and eyes explode. 9/11 mumble Negroes got them running like Snowden. After towers fell, the dust is saw fallen angels flowing. No lean with bunny, y'all niggas tripping. Voice of Westbrook, left hook, leave your nose like Pippin. Beads in your hair soon will be bubbles and ribbons. Poison mumble and rappers like Bell DeVoe and Bivens. Rep for Garvey and Drew without the wiggins.
Stop acting like a nagger, you're about to get smoked out. Stop acting like a nagger, you're about to get smoked out. Like fiends boiling booger to get coke out.
They rhyme making no sense to make dollars and holler. On our grounds, rounds leave Moors dead in parlors. So-called blacks call them cracker, then get called Canadian, and shun Moors that say they're not Canadian. This world is full of crazy men with no knowledge of self, but got the most expensive cars and flat screens on the wall shelf. Going all the way to try to help you change, but you won't. And I hardly hear your opinion of Marcus Garvey, but Steve Harvey stands out, true, cool, and jester, making a fool of you and himself for wealth. To me, those sellouts need to get bodied or exiled to Dr. Moreau's island with Gentiles and reptiles. Fake slave ships stacking bodies in piles, giving fake Jews slave respect, not giving me smiles, calling children kids, chasing after Taji guys, supremacy, use albino and half-breed spies. We catch trespassers with razors and mesh, pedophile torture, scotch bonnet in open flesh. Traitors get the shitty end of the stick. Our leaders murderers should have been crushed with pyramid bricks. Huey Newton and Hampton killers should be in front of a squad shooting by any means necessary. Get out the beast's belly. Why y'all get mad glory and your flow's mad corny? Your skin tight jeans put you in F category. Most rappers' names on lists for rhyme pad or Lori, making me yell comments mad derogatory. Why y'all get mad glory and your flow's mad corny? Your skin tight jeans put you in F category. Most rappers' names on lists for rhyme pad or Lori, making me yell comments mad derogatory. It's all about balance, my art the beam. Sellouts made it mainstream. Underground is almost unseen. Gay A&R signing rappers contracts in blood. Took his soul. Body didn't fall with a thud. He's a zombie, dyed hair, dress wearing thug. Burn that garbage, too much to sweep under the rug. Police can't collar a crime without snitches. You're lucky to escape the custody, not dead with just stitches. Make you hate your hair and take Hindus to Ganesha possess ya. And raising your blood pressure, anything to do with Moors, they don't want you near. Don't search where it's black, you won't find it there. No matter how much you beg, they won't tell you where. No matter how much you don't have, they won't tell you here. Negroes weren't the first slaves, no reparations first. While you wait for your reparations, it looks like a hearse. They won't pay you reparations anyway, only if you agree to make yourself black and gay. Instead of towards Moors, they want you to stray. Won't find your mind when it's in disarray. Thinking being European is the only way, hurling insults at your creator. She will get you later. Why y'all get mad glory and your flow's mad corny? Your skin tight jeans put you into F category. Most rappers' names on lists for rhyme pad or Lori, making me yell comments mad derogatory. Why y'all get mad glory and your flow's mad corny? Your skin tight jeans put you in F category. Most rappers' names on lists for rhyme pad or Lori, making me yell comments mad derogatory. What's the reason for the treason is the question and the lesson. I hear most professing, but really possessing. Taking minds messing with thought patterns and pathways. Nero wanna be a hero when they really cipher, not Neo, not Morpheus or Gillen finding Nemo. Selling out with no remorse, you and yours. Calling you black, showing you who's the boss. Always marching but never thought sue the police force or do like Haitians. Add some voodoo of course, you might hurt them unexpected. It could be bloody, feel yourselves curl and your hair stand from walking duppies. Looked, all of a sudden judge yelled and wept. In court judge with cold sweats and throat strep. He can't talk yet cause the candle was lit before I left. Forget Africa, hip hop was the grand theft. Why y'all get mad glory and your flow's mad corny? Your skin tight jeans put you in F category. Most rappers' names on lists for rhyme pad or Lori, making me yell comments mad derogatory. Why y'all get mad glory and your flow's mad corny? Your skin tight jeans put you in F category. Most rappers' names on lists for rhyme pad or Lori, making me yell comments mad derogatory.
Just made me want to just yell some derogatory stuff. Why? Why? The only reason I'm going live right now is because somebody on YouTube put up the troubleshooting for the S8 phone not charging. It was a pretty interesting troubleshoot. Pretty interesting troubleshoot. That's how far back I am. S8. That's how far back I am. So found the troubleshoot, so the battery's charging so we can go live again. Because this wasn't the plan. It wasn't the plan. And then phone started working. So, well, okay, we're gonna go live. What are we gonna talk about? And the first thing that came to my mind was this guy. First thing that came to my mind was this guy. Let's talk about this guy. The audacity of this guy talking crazy about Noble Drew Ali. Right? Almost got S5 on there. So it's crazy. Last ones still got records and stuff like that. Those ones. This guy talking crazy about Drew Ali. How dare he talk crazy about Noble Drew Ali? We're going to listen and get mad all over again. We're going to listen and get mad all over again. Because this guy.
So when you're talking about we don't need nobody in Noble Drew Ali. Now I'm a jurist. I've studied Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali talk about Moors and the Moabites. But Noble Drew Ali never taught about provincial government principles. He never taught about culture, that we lost our culture. He never taught about positive and negative law. He never talked about enforcing the treaties. He never talked about that we are distinct and separate as predators, and that we are under a higher status than the subjects, the British subjects. And that the United States is a corporation operating the bar co-surety, co-benefactors of the crown. This was not taught. Social justice was not taught. As a matter of fact, the role of the Grand Sheik was errored the way Noble Drew Ali did it. Because in the temple, they didn't have a sheik. They had priests. They had elders. What you mean elders? Keep us of philosophy, tradition, and wisdom.
People talking crazy. Just because they can. Just because Moors aren't going to tell them anything, because the master teacher, Abdullah, is standing right there. So that means everything that this guy who you never saw before, you don't even know where he came from, he just popped up on you and he's the jurist? He's the number one jurist guy? He's the number one jurist guy. He just came yesterday. Who is this guy? Just like we asked the question, who's Shailamore Bey? Who is he? Where'd he go? No one has any answers. No one has any answers for where Shailamore Bey is. And then they're going to pretend like we didn't ask that question, and they're going to still continue on with their affairs with Taj Tariq Bey's face up there as if they're legitimate. When their co-consular general stepped down and they didn't make an announcement to all the people, thought their government, thought their Moorish government, how come they didn't let the Moors know that Shailamore Bey stepped down from his post? So they're still carrying on with their BS in that. And then this guy comes up. Now this guy comes up out of nowhere, just like Shailamore Bey, just pop up out of nowhere. And he has a master teacher's face representing whatever he's bringing. He has a master teacher's face. I don't know what Taj Tariq Bey got to get his face on Moorish Consular Court website. I don't know what he did to do that. I don't know if they paid him. I don't know if they gave him flowers. I don't know. All I know is that these people came yesterday, and the master teacher is going to ride with these people who came yesterday? And I'm supposed to follow the master teacher because we've been studying him for years. We've been studying Abdullah Bey for years. We didn't start studying Abdullah Bey yesterday. We didn't start studying Abdullah Bey yesterday. We're not novice. We've been studying Abdullah Bey. Been studying. And for me to say, well, someone I'm studying from named Abdullah Bey, and I've been studying him for 10 years. 10 years I'm studying him. And then in the 11th year, he's talking about something that he never talked about in 10 years. Just all over the blue, no warning. There's no warning. No warning throughout the 10 years, maybe like the 6th, 7th year. Oh yeah, there's this concept, that we're going to be getting to in the future, because this is how we do everything else. You know what I mean? Every other subject matter, we do it like that. No, so what's going on here? And then we look and we start realizing that, hold on a second, this guy is not saying the same stuff that Abdullah Bey would be saying for the past 10 years. He's only saying from the 11th year going on. Like, how come I never heard him mention Moors and Masonry anytime? How come I never heard him mention etymology? How come I never hear him mention any other Moors? Who vouches for him? Who 5 people who we could say they're going to put their hand up and say, yeah, I could vouch for him. All those 5 people stand up, say whoever you are right now. Because we want to know who vouches for this guy. Who vouches for this traitor? And we're not riding with Abdullah's vouching for him, because Abdullah Bey's master teacher, and he's been teaching for 10 years. And in the 10 years that I've been studying him, never heard anything like what these people are talking right now. Never heard anything. Not even a little piece. Not even a little piece. Never heard of it ever. Now, you can play the master teacher BS if you want to, but these same master teachers told me that the priesthood is dead. So, we study from them. We give supreme honors to Abdullah Bey. We give supreme honors to Taj Street Bey, because we know them from Moors Order of the Round Table, Moor Science Temple, Masonic Gate, Moors and Masonry book, etymology DVDs, etymology classes. Abdullah Bey, Taj, at National Black Theater with Rosmariah Bey and Anid El and Bambada and everybody else. We're talking about something from 10 years ago to now? I hear you. You're telling me about anything from 2018, 17, that's Moorish, and that is the all and be all? Get the hell out of here. Where you been? The boat has left the dock. You're late. Super late. And what we're showing you is that we don't care about the master teachers, what they do. They got a pass. They can do whatever they want. Taj Street Bey could come out like Polite right now in the Phantom, slapping the ass of a European while she bends over the windshield. Look at the drop top, she's bending over, and then Then Taj is slapping the ass of the European, filming it for upload this for the Moors. Like, yeah, whatever. That's not the Taj that I know. Taj I know is Moors Order of the Round Table. Taj I know going to Chicago, Moor Science Temple of America, with the Moors who brought us up. The Moors who brought us up, introducing Taj Street Bay and Raz and Grand Sheik Nature and all these other Moors who we ride with. They're the ones introducing them to you. This is before some uploading stuff or whatever like that, when these Moors used to travel around the country to go teach people as a unit, not separate like you see it today. Like we're saying, 2015, 16, and then you see a deliberate spread. And now they're not looked at as a unit anymore. Now it's like over there, and then them was over there, and them was all over there. Somebody's playing you. And they're using your master teacher's face to fool you into following their stuff. But the ones who are on the higher level, we know. Man is spirit, not the flesh. F. Abdullah Bey, Taj Street Bey, Raz Mariah Bey, Annie Edel, Asir, Oba Shango. The priesthood is dead. F all them. Are you studying? Or are you following them? F Canaanland Moors and Rise of the Moors and everybody else who's trying to do something to help you and uplift you and all that stuff. What are you on? Where are you at? Are you helping Moors do better? Or are you just sitting around doing nothing? If you're doing nothing, you can't talk. This is why we want to know, who is this guy? He can't talk. He just came yesterday. Where's he been? How come we never seen him in any lectures ever? Never? You never see him in any lectures ever? Never, ever have you seen him in a lecture? Just like that, he pops up and he's teaching you how to run government, and not only that, telling you that Noble Drew Ali is a fraud, and that they're jurists, as if they're not Moorish Americans, that Noble Drew Ali saved them too. Right? How Noble Drew Ali brought Grand Sheik is not whatever. Noble Drew Ali used that wrong. And this is for all of them who are riding with them. Remember, we're not talking about Abdullah Bey right now. I don't care if he's in the picture standing there or whatever like that, right? Because I personally have had conversations with Abdullah where when you say something wrong, he's stopping you. When you say something wrong, he's stopping you to correct you. You say something colorable to Abdullah Bey in a conversation, see what happens. You have you sat standing there for an hour, showing you why you shouldn't have said whatever you said. So I'm not even concerned with him standing there. This has nothing to do with him at all whatsoever. I don't care if he's standing there. This has nothing to do with him. Because we give supreme honors to Abdullah Bey. Because we studied under him for 10 years. So when you're watching stuff and you think, oh, why is he dissing Abdullah? Why is he dissing? No, don't try that. Don't try the same lump them in with the, no. We have honors for them. They're more Avengers. They already got their position. They got their pedestal already. We gave it to them. Nobody else gave it to them. Everybody's playing games. It's Canaanland Moors who, outside of all the other people out there who are doing something, that have a spot on RV Bay publications. We have a spot on the site. Because of some priesthood or whatever? No, because we paid our dues. Our dues been paid. Because we've been on this. And we're seeing this pop-up stuff going on, starting confusion. And this has been since about 2015, 16, 17, 18 to now. And it's crazy now because these people right here. Remember, we're not talking about Abdullah Bey. We're going to keep saying it because he's standing right there and you're thinking we're talking about him. We're not talking about him. You want fame and nobility? Okay, we're talking about individuals' fame and nobility. Abdullah Bey already proved himself to me. He doesn't have to prove anything. Abdullah Bey could be standing behind him with a dress on, with a man purse. I don't care. That's not. Why am I caring about that? That has nothing to do with Moors and Masonry and all the stuff, that the etymology and all that I learned from him. I'm not talking about Abdullah Bey right now. So get that out of your mind when you start playing your little game. They're dissing. No, we're not talking about the master teachers right now. They're not up for discussion. They get a pass. They get put over there in the corner and they don't get involved. Even though they're standing right there. They're not involved with this. We're talking about people who are using the master teachers' fame and nobility to make you think they're important. So you can go along with whatever it is that they're trying to push, whatever they did to get the master teacher to just stand there and not correct them. But then on certain ones, master teacher will be telling these people to their face that they're a traitor. Every Friday. Every Friday, he starts talking to the people who are the traitors around us. And they don't know that he's talking to them. Noble Drew Ali said, "And the Prophet has spoken. All governors and grand sheikhs and head officials that guide any body of Moors of any temple of the Moor Science Temple of America." What's head officials mean? Head officials doesn't mean government? Or head officials mean some religious stuff, right? Head officials, which are the governors and the grand sheikhs and everybody else, that's religious? You're really telling me that that's religious? If you're telling me that that's religious, then you're a traitor. Noble Drew Ali said, October 26, 1928, a warning from the Prophet for all governors and grand sheikhs and head officials of all temples. Head officials of all temples? What's head officials mean? Is that something religious? If you think head officials is religious, you're a traitor. You better change your thinking immediately. Because Noble Drew Ali told you that there's going to be these people who are going to be coming up talking crazy about him. He told you that they're going to be talking crazy about him. So how is that not prophecy manifesting for you to take what he's saying serious? You're not taking Noble Drew Ali serious? Because this guy said when Noble Drew Ali talked about sheikhs and grand sheikhs, he didn't know what he was talking about. Because he wasn't representing some provincial government of the Moors or some BS. But they're going to do the same thing that Noble Drew Ali did, and you should follow them. But not follow Noble Drew Ali, who's the founder of what they're doing right now with whatever they're telling you that's what it is. I don't care what they're telling you. Anything they're telling you, Noble Drew Ali did it. Holistic health? Oh, Noble Drew Ali did it. Don't tell me about Dr. Sebi, nothing. Drew Ali was the first holistic guy amongst the black guys. Drew Ali was the one that had the manufacturing companies making his tea and his mineral oil. Epsom salts, baths. Why is he giving you that for? Why you have bath salts if Drew Ali wasn't on a different level? But nah, you're not going to give him honors. You're not going to give him honors. Even though Dr. Sebi came out and said, oh yeah, you know what I mean? I know about Moors and Noble Drew Ali and all that. I better know about all that stuff. He was before me. But you're not going to go with that. You just forget all that and tell me about some black stuff. Black holistic health, alkaline diet, the Dr. Sebi list, but you're not a Moor? And honor Noble Drew Ali? The hell out of here. What are you talking about? So you know exactly what he was talking about. Right. General laws as said by the Prophet. What does general laws mean? General laws means religious? And then not, oh, you know what? We'll just play him and we'll break him down.
You have the seer in the temple, because you call it ecclesiastic now. You said
ecclesiastic? What do you mean they call what ecclesiastic? Because when they give you ecclesiastic, ecclesiastic is relating to the Christian church or its clergy. So if Noble Drew Ali told the Moors, we as a clean and pure nation, descended from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the families of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, neither serve the gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Therefore, we are returning the church and Christianity back to the European nations as it was prepared by their forefathers for their earthly salvation. While we, the Moorish Americans, not the Moroccans, not the Moors, not the Al-Moroccans, not the Moabites, not the Moorish Americans. We, he's including himself, that he's not all the other BS. He's Moorish American. We, the Moorish Americans, are returning to Islam, which was founded by our forefathers for our earthly and divine salvation. So how is he going to say Noble Drew Ali is pushing some ecclesiastical whatever, when Drew Ali is the one who told us to give Christianity back? Isn't that a lie? And if he's lying on Noble Drew Ali because he knows you're dumb, because you didn't follow Abdullah's lessons to look up stuff, but you're going to follow him now going through some other stuff with some other guy who you don't even know who this guy is. How come you're not following the instructions from before about look up stuff? Then a guy's just coming and talking crazy about Noble Drew Ali, and then you're riding with him, and then you're leaving comments on our videos defending them. Then these people are lying on Noble Drew Ali to be popular. Like straight lying. Why are they lying? To get you to be part of their stuff. No, this is lie, like going directly against what Noble Drew Ali said. Like going directly against it. But then when we go to the Europeans, when we go to the devil's gonna tell you House Resolution 0689 that the Moorish Americans, not the Moroccans, not the Americans, not the Moors, none of that. The Moorish Americans, saying the same thing that Noble Drew Ali said when he said we back then. The Moorish Americans, being aboriginal to the territories of North, Central, and South America, have formed a sovereign theocratic government guided by the command principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice through virtue of the universal right to self-determination, as well as with the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples guaranteed in the Charter. Theocracy. Government ruled by or subject to religious authority. What did it say? Government ruled by or subject to religious authority. Our religious authority is Allah. Our religious authority is not vicar and all that stuff, like certain people. Chief rabbi and all that ain't. The priesthood is dead. The authority is from Allah. Not only that, a form of government in which God, Allah, or a deity is recognized as the supreme ruler. You know, Drew Ali talk about clothed in purple and all this. What do you think he's telling you? European knows that this is a theocracy and we have a right to self-determination. That's your absolute right. You have a right to that. No, you don't. You don't have a right to that because the Pope and the Vatican and the British whatever, and they did the corporation fraud and with the government and controlled the government and took the government over it. Let me just be ourselves. Since everything was already done. But no, they want to violate the Prophet, lie on him.
Think that Noble Drew Ali is the way to doing it. Then if that's the case, then why people go in jail, why more concentration camps are put up, why do people eat poison food, poison water legally by a government body?
No, it's interesting that guy is talking about. Hold on a second. Let's just see what's going on. Let's just see what's really going on here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
And the temple, because you call ecclesiastic now. You saying that Noble Drew Ali is the way to doing it. Then if that's the case, then why people go to jail, why more concentration camps are put up, why do people eat poison food, poison water legally by government?
Right? Why do people eating poison food, poison water because of Noble Drew Ali? When really and truly, he's a McDonald's guy. How is it that you're, now let me get this straight, right? You're starting up Moorish government or whatever, and the guy who's teaching you about Moorish government and blaming Noble Drew Ali for all the atrocities going on right now is coming in with a McDonald's bag, a McDonald's coffee, a McDonald's apple pie, a McDonald's. You have a McDonald's? You can even go to the version that is at least trying to do a little bit better for you. Of all the fast food whoever's, McDonald's, those are the guys who you're not even going to somebody else, you're going to them, those guys. Everybody knows the fries test and the milkshake test and the burger test with the stuff from McDonald's. This cardboard, spray painted cardboard, barbecue sauce made in a lab. And he's coming in with that bag, he's coming with that to tell you about Moorish government. Now we know McDonald's has good coffee, right? The coffee drinker people, we know. We know they went to Cuba and stuff, and before they started making the fake stuff, they really were getting the real. Like they were going to Blue Mountain and stuff like that to go get their coffee beans. So we're not completely killing it, because we know you're loving it. We know you're loving it. But the point is, this guy is in the public, being a leader guy for the Moors, but not scratching out the M on the bag or anything like that. Not showing some defiance of them, no promo or whatever. I just like their stuff. Just yeah. It's gonna. Remember, we're not talking about Abdullah Bey, so don't even leave any comments. Why are you talking like that against Abdullah Bey? No, we're not. We're not. He gets a pass. He paid his dues. He doesn't have to do jack. He doesn't have to do anything else. There's nothing more that he could do. He could hang it all up right now, give Abdullah Bey $1 million, and tell him, do whatever you want right now. You paid your way. Give all the foundation. Just give them $1 million. Here's $1 million. You paid your dues. Thank you for standing up for the Moorish nation. And now go live your life, and we'll take over from here. Now here they come, causing separation, trying to make you think that there's all these different things going on for the Moors, when that's not really how it goes. What Noble Drew Ali presented is where it's at. And take what Noble Drew Ali presented and save yourself. Don't take what Noble Drew Ali presented and then come out with the golden turban and the whatever, and now you're the man. And Noble Drew Ali didn't know what he was talking about when he said grand sheiks and give us a constitution and all that. Right. These guys.
Everybody, while they're more brainwashed, while there's no structure, there's nobody enforcing the treaties, there's nobody having a diplomatic relationship. See, I'm a jurist. You can't speak that. See, when that happens, you are misrepresenting Noble Drew Ali, because that makes you a fraud. See, you are trying to say what.
So the fraud isn't him with no fez on. That's not the fraud. The fraud isn't him without a turban. The fraud isn't him without a Moorish button. These people honor Noble Drew Ali so much and they don't even have a picture of him up. You don't even have a picture of him up? Nothing? And then you're going to talk crazy about him so he can't even be there to defend himself because you know he would slap these people if they had a picture of him up. He would walk out the picture and slap people. Oh yeah. Great point that the consular court people and the res publica people and the free your mind people and the sell you gold people and the trust people and the do some type of paperwork so you can claim some house people are all under a registered church. Just like Moor Science Temple, Grand Major Temple is under a church. But they're not going to talk about them. They're going to talk about active Moors who've been doing this. Active Moors who right now have their own diplomatic relations with these modern Europeans in our land without a vizier, without a consul. Them being that. Them being a priest unto themselves. And facing all these magi. Just because. These individuals know what Noble Drew Ali did. They know what Noble Drew Ali did. And instead of them yielding, instead of them showing supreme humility for the man who got murdered because he came to liberate his people and carry on his work that he got murdered for doing. You're not going to do that. You'll be promoting McDonald's and not wearing a fez or a turban and talking crazy about Noble Drew Ali. And we're supposed to ride with you because a master teacher is standing there with you. We're not dumb. Dumb people, we know that they're in your class. We know that they paid their 200 or whatever it is. In 4 weeks, you got to pay every week and all this BS, whatever it is. And they came out worse off. Yeah, of course they're going to learn some stuff. But they came out worse off than they went in. Because now they really don't know what's going on. They really don't know what's going on. And again, for the record, we are not talking about Abdullah Bey right now. Abdullah Bey is the master teacher, and he has nothing to do with this conversation, because we've been studying under him for 10 years. So we know what's up. We're not dumb. We know what's up. We studied. We're the ones who they don't know about that took this serious and applied everything that you said, even some of us, onto our children, and have our children now schooling us. Now, if the children are schooling you, you think you really need a master teacher or whatever? If the children are schooling you, and then you're going to the lecture, you have your stuff messed up in your head. You have your stuff messed up, absolutely messed up. And you're heading in the wrong direction already. Playing yourself. Honors to Abdullah Bey for teaching us, for letting us know that we better study. I can be up here telling you whatever. That don't mean anything unless you're studying. We want to know who these people are that are just popping up out of nowhere. Forget that they're with the master teacher. Forget that. We don't care if they use the master teacher's face. We don't care if they put master teacher on the podium or at the podcast to talk. We're not riding with these people that are using the master teachers in order to cause confusion. Right? It's BS what's going on. And it's only going on because of these Johnny-come-lately people who just came yesterday that nobody knows. And then everybody's riding with them because the master teacher is holding their documents in their hand that they're selling to you for $8,000. Master teacher's holding the document that they're selling your birthright to you, which master teacher said that you can't buy the birthright. And then you're running to go buy your birthright through a passport called a travel document for Moors. And then you go on a plane with it, and you're acting as if that's some new stuff. Like Moors haven't been on planes before with nationality ID or paperwork or whatever. As if that's something to do. That's nothing in the grand scheme of what this is about. You got on a plane with a travel document for Moors and you're excited? You did something? Like we said, we want to know what you did when you went there with your ID. What'd you do? Did you just go there to be in Speedos? In the pool, in the pool bar? Speedos in the pool bar? That's what you use your nationality ID for? Or your Moorish travel document? Yeah, we traveled to Morocco so we can drink Moroccan wine. That's all you did? Visited the Alhambra. That's it? That's all you did? You got it like that. That travel document made you go across borders, and all you did when you went there was sit on the beach in a thong? That's all you did? And we're supposed to be impressed because you went across the border or you went on a plane with this travel document. So we should be impressed that you did that. How much children you save? And then, if you're from over here, why the hell are you going over there? What's over? Is over there home? Or is over here home? Because the same stuff they got over there, they got over here. We could build up our economy here and fly this way. Well, people aren't ready for those conversations yet. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Do your thing. But some of us out here, we're not asleep. We're not dumb. We're not Dumbo the elephant. We've been studying and we see what's going on. And we just decide to talk about it anymore. Forget it. We're just going to talk about it. We don't care what anybody says. Oh, I'm not going to be a Moor because those Moors, they just argue with each other. All right, don't be a Moor. Go over there then. I'm not concerned with you. I'm not concerned with anybody's opinions. Because the boat has left the dock. You're talking crazy when you're in a dinghy in the ocean. We're on the boat and you're talking crazy. You have a knife, I have a gun, and you're talking crazy. Like, why are you talking crazy? You Neo? You dodging bullets? Really? Oh, you're on alkaline diet and all that stuff? Alright. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali for giving us eyes to see. For giving us eyes to see the game. Honors to all the master teachers that brought us up. We already know who they are because they've been putting in work for the Moors. They've been putting in work for the Moors. Right. Oh yeah. And these people talking up against Noble Drew Ali. These people talking crazy about we're not Moorish American. We're not Moorish American, we're Moroccans. Because Moorish American puts you under jurisdiction of U.S. Because they own the word America and all this. Okay. Noble Drew Ali. Question 30. What was the nationality of Ruth? Ruth was a Moabitess. What is the modern name for the Moabites? Moroccans. Where is the Moroccan Empire? Northwest Amexem. So if you're trying to be so original, then why don't you say that we're Moabites instead of Moroccans?